So guys, I woke up that morning really early. I barely had enough sleep. I was just so tired. Got in the car and my good neighbor offered to drive me. We just kept passing by so many places. The scene looked so nice. Everywhere was clean. And it was finally dawn. We drove for what felt like an eternity. And I could not just wait for us to reach the park. Like, I was so tired. I was extremely tired. And there we were. I met my friend briefly. I remember we hugged and then we headed off running helter skelter. Because it's so me to be late, but I wasn't late. We arrived like 30 minutes before time, but we were still confused. Everywhere is just so fucking big. So we asked like a few people and then they directed us and showed us where we were supposed to park. And there we were, running, still moving. I barely had time to like really film this. So there I was seated in the train with her, just waiting for us to start moving. Yep, I was so tired. I could not wait to sleep. And I just skipped the whole part where we actually traveled because there was really like no scene to film and I was too tired. I slept the whole way through and we jumped right straight to where the food was after we dropped. Couldn't wait. I was famished. I hadn't eaten like for the whole day. Same as her. So we got a few things. Yeah, I think I got something to drink, something like a croissant, and then there was something else in the bowl that looked like food. And then we had to settle the bill and be on our merry way. I could not wait to eat. I was famished. Like but then the light was given, everything looked good. And we finally go to our apartment where we're supposed to be staying. I don't really know if I filmed everything because of space issue. Like, yeah, so this was the bed. It was something very close to the roof. I just cut the whole roof scene. So just really showed the bed and I think like a few places. Then I left. I was already eating here. I couldn't wait. Had the croissant. When I was done, I drank water. The only thing in my head was sleep. So I wanted to sleep for a while. And I remember before then she was just on phone with her sister or whatever. And then I like rapidly tried to pack some of her things before sleeping. And they took everything in me to shower. Originally we had to go for this tourist place, but I just slept the whole way through, woke up at night, quickly showered, and then started doing my makeup. In no time, I was done, took a few pictures, which I didn't really like, but who cares? And we were set to go out, but my friend was still feeling sick. While outside, we took a few pictures, like with signposts and stuff, and we headed off to eat. I think we had pizza, wine, all those stuff. But this was good. This was by far the best pizza I ever had. And she couldn't finish hers, so we had to do takeaway, which I carried the whole way through. And I just kept doing videos. We got home, continued the same thing, did a few reels, yeah, and shots and stuff. And she just got tucked in, showered. She was so under the weather and just had to sleep the whole way through. Ta-da! And it was the next day. Got up early because we had canceled plans from yesterday. We didn't go out clubbing. We didn't go to like the touristic center, so we had to be intentional about today. In no time, we were dressed and in the car. Like, look at this scene. It looks so green. Like I've been here for a while and I've never seen this much grass for real. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I just kept looking and I was like, with all the wind in my face and the air got the breeze and it was quiet as well. Everything looked natural. I remember everywhere we passed by, the driver just kept giving us like these little histories. I was so intrigued. And I asked, it seemed like what you guys mostly do here is agriculture. It was like, oh yeah, they do a lot of wheat. Sorry, just kidding. They do a lot of wheat. And then we took the bus, and in like 3 minutes, we alighted, and there it was. The castle sitting pretty, magnificent, and stunningly iconic. And obviously, at a distance, you could not see the whole scene. Like, it was so cloudy. We jumped right into doing videos, and I was shouting, "Welcome to Mont Saint-Michel." I mean, we just kept going round and round, taking pictures. You can see the whole of this is going to have like too many tourists inside because the place was big, like huge. Look at it. I mean, looking at it through a camera, it looks like it's nothing. It's very close. Meanwhile, it was far as fuck. And then my friend sat like on the edge of the bridge. Like she actually sat on the plank part of the bridge to like take a picture. We took pictures on it. And I was like, please do everything, but do not fall down. Because and here are these American and every minute buses kept dropping off more and more tourists and we just kept moving. I like to explore. I just kept moving with my friend. We just keep looking. Like if you see this, you cannot really see the top of the castle because it was too clouded. Like, look at it. I remember I had like just one picture that's clear. Yeah, there it is. That was the best. It was too cloudy at the moment, but we didn't want to give up. We were there to explore. So excited. And after a while, we moved closer to like actually enter the castle itself. Like, look at it. It's wide and it's endless. If you start from like one edge of the castle to look towards the other end, it's like you're gazing into infinity because it just doesn't finish. We were inside, we're trying to explore, and I was so shocked to see that inside the castle you have all kinds of motels, hotels, restaurants, cafes, and I'm like, I thought I'll be seeing Pirates of the Caribbean, Marilyn Monroe and the first dress she wore at the opera and stuff like that. If I'm being honest, I was a little bit disappointed, but the castle blew my mind. You know, it did blow my mind for a while. We just kept looking. It looked endless and big, and there's always a higher level. We keep climbing and climbing and climbing. God, I was fucking tired. I'm like, my knees are not too good, and I'm not a rock climber. I'm tired. I remember after a while, I told my friend I can't do this anymore, and then we had to get food to eat. I never filmed the eating part. We had to get food to eat, get like Coca Cola, and the most hilarious part was there's actually a an ATM place here. Yeah, like the whole. This is the castle. Like it's not a port town. This is a very small town in Normandy. Um, yeah, but look at the castle. It's self-contained. It has like all sorts of shop. I remember there was a whole shop that does only souvenirs, like all forms of pictures, key holders, snowballs, saying, "Oh, I was in Normandy, Mont Saint-Michel," stuff like that. Stuff you take back home with you from the visit or from the tour. Yeah, and these were one of those shops. They looked so colorful. And I think we picked like an item or two. Yeah, I took like this very small picture of Mont Saint Michel in black and white. And then the snowball, which was cool. We just kept looking and looking and looking and looking. And then we went to another part of the building. I think this was one level higher. Yeah, that's the lower level. This was one level higher than the one we had previously been on. So we kept touring. My phone just kept going on and on. I'm like, fellow tourists, you're gonna have to excuse me because I'm here for this. I'm not leaving anything out. I mean, we kept climbing and climbing, looking at the sky. It was sunny, but cold, but we didn't care. And then this was the church part of it. They had like pictures and some things on display. Gosh, I went everywhere that my leg could take me. I just kept moving and looking and admiring. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, Jesus. And then you can see lovers everywhere. Almost everybody there was like two by two. I'm like, huh? What did they happen? What did they happen? Hmm. I was jealous, Baba, because this is, oh my God, this is somewhere to be like with your partner. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And then we just kept climbing. We'll go to another floor. And we had like a lot of family that came here. Like many people came here, like with your family, spouses and their children, and the mornings look like this at sunrise. It was cool to watch, very cool. We just kept sitting on the edge and taking photos. And I remember, like ladies always walk by and be like, should we take photos of you guys? Um, I'm like, who I be? Oh, please snap me, I beg. Please photograph me. Hmm. We just kept going round and round and round and round. We walked. We walked like this was another edge. And then after a while, obviously, your girl, she has to do her videos. And in no time, we were going back, and I loved this scene. And then we sat in the front seat. This time around, while going back, I sat in the front seat because I did not want to miss out on anything. And look at the roads, so clean, so clean. Like I didn't see a paper the whole time while I was here. So please, if you see any, feel free to tell me because maybe I'm short-sighted or something like that. I don't know. Look at the roads look so small. I can count the number of cars I saw like the whole time we were there. This is a town for people who love reserved lives or people who are serial killers are running from the police. I don't know, I'm just saying. But that aside, we loved it. I mean, parts of this place looked abandoned. It's like a very small town, very, very small, reserved, natural. Everything here is agriculture, and they have specific times where, like, the shops, the bars open. If you go anywhere before time, honey, you're on your own. No, you're on your own. Nobody will share you. If I'm saying the truth. And here I was just doing my videos.
Everywhere is just castles, like little self-contained houses built of like very fine stone. And the whole place is clean. I think we've toured around the city and they have like, I think just 2 banks. Not like really, really big banks. But then the castle has like a very prominent ATM machine that has like all cats go through it. That means you could literally be in the castle and spend all your money because things there are overpriced. Yeah, they are. And I'm not even exaggerating because I'm broke or whatever. They are overpriced. But you could sleep on the floor here. Look at it. Clean. It's like nobody lives here. It's like everybody's on holiday or something. It's like people don't even walk here. Like where I'm from, I'm not really going to say it's dirty, but it's not this natural and it's noisy. Everything's so plastic, so artificial. So excuse me if I'm ranting about this. Excuse me. I don't really think you'll get it or you understand the beauty of it till you get to somewhere like this. I love.
Thank you for staying till the end. Please do make sure to like, subscribe,